Hey, how are you? This is Angie Morenga and you're watching Just Angie, and today I have an amazing couple on set. I've been wanting to do this video for a very, very long time, so I'm really looking forward to it myself. I told you when I watch the videos and I'm encouraged, I'm inspired, I've begun to understand that what we do is we give people hope, and that's very, very important. We have conversations that bring people hope, and we share from our own life experiences, and I've shared a lot about my life experiences, but my guests today are also going to share from their experiences, and there's a pattern that's forming, especially for me now, about family and marriage and mentorship of the young and coaching, and that's now the trajectory that my life is taking, and this is an amazing story. Go get the popcorn, call the neighbors, bring the Coca-Cola. This is gonna be epic. So sit back, kick back and relax and enjoy.
Oi.
That is your reaction of wait. They
Popcorn.
should go get the popcorn, call everyone, because but I love it. You know what? Because let me tell you, me, I'm always sharing my stories. I'm always enjoying my roho, fungu and everything. So now I am so happy when it is time for other people to fungu their roho. Teren, number one, as you introduce themselves. And then the other thing is, you see, this is fulfilled. This is the fulfillment of prophecy.
Can you walk out?
No, you can't go. We're stuck now.
We are stuck.
This is the fulfillment of prophecy, you know.
Yeah.
Then first of all, you have to put on yourself tick, Pastor Angie, you are hearing God, and you heard accurately despite the pressure and the circumstances. So, hey, please tell us who you are. Please tell us who you are, and then let's get into it.
All right, thank you so much. It's really an honor and a privilege. Just Angie is big time, and
We thank God.
And we thank God for you and for an opportunity to just be here. So, as the gentleman I am, I will let the lady
Start.
start.
That's a good sign.
Yes.
Husband. Well, yes, thank you very much for this platform.
Oh, you're
it's
so welcome.
huge, it's scary, it's amazing. I'm learning every day. I'm learning. And thank you for sharing your heart, literally taking it, putting it
on
there
display, imagine.
on social media for us to critique,
Imagine.
it's a big deal.
It is.
And I'm grateful, and I thank God even for the gift of technology.
Yes.
It's amazing. We're using it to advance the kingdom.
Yeah.
Anyway, that said,
Hey.
my name is Waithera Kibinda Wagetao, what is known in the Shags area. The urban name is Waithera MaqC.
Yes.
Yes. I am a thought provoker and a positive lifestyle catalyst. I think that is what I've discovered.
I think
am.
I think you are. You really are.
So I'm the kind of person who is for and then, and then, why? So that's why I think I'm a thought provoker.
Yeah.
And a positive change catalyst.
Yeah.
Alongside that, I am a full-time mother
Yes.
of 2 lovely children. Hashtag Crown Prince, hashtag Minji. It's our story and we're sticking to it. I'm also a wife, a second-time wife.
Second time around. That's the story.
Yes.
First of all, do not forget to say how you have introduced yourself as Getao. Do not forget to say, please, as we're sharing, how the drama ensued with that name.
No.
We're exposing. See, even we are removing the hat. We are removing the hat, the coffee, nothing will be left.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Point
speak.
number 3 will shock
Point
you.
number 3.
Anyway, yes, full-time mother, which is also a big role, and I'm growing into it every day. Second-time wifed to the same man.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's the problem. We need a tambourine and a kathia now to start shouting.
Yes.
Second time
Wife.
Yes. To the same man.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me started. I don't know what we're going to do.
Life is fun.
Yeah, life. God
Serve
is
your
funny.
words and your characters warm, because you might eat them.
You might eat them in the name of Jesus. And that's why I always say, God is a ninja. They have refused to believe
We
me.
have learned
He is
every
a
day.
ninja.
Yeah, so that's basically who I am.
Wow.
I'm also passionate about young people. I'm passionate about this country,
Yes.
the counties, back home, Nairobi. Yes, I'm passionate. So that is me.
Amen. And you're looking amazing.
I thank.
You're looking
You
so
won't believe what
beautiful.
Aremis can do.
And a bit of
Product-
aromat.
and then
And a bit of
aromat.
aromat. You guys, honestly.
What she's also forgetting to say is that she's a great friend to
Oh,
not one,
now
but
you want
to
to
many.
start us?
No, it's true.
But
it's
to
true.
many people.
Yes.
That's very true.
It's not
She's
all
a great
time
friend.
yet.
Yes.
She's also an amazing daughter to
Yeah.
her parents and
Yes.
also her parents-in-law.
Yeah.
An amazing grandchild. She's a lovely sibling. She's a great sibling and to her siblings and her
She
siblings
is.
in love and in law.
I've really seen her interacting with all of them.
and she's a firstborn and so am I, and I see she's an in-charge sibling.
She definitely is.
Very an in-charge sibling. And she's also quite a mentor to a number of young women.
Yeah.
Both young
That's
women
true.
in the faith and young women outside of the faith.
Yes, I'm telling you the
Yes.
truth. I love it.
Yeah, so she's my wife.
Amen.
And she's a daughter
Hallelujah.
of God.
Yeah,
She's a
hallelujah.
daughter of
Hey,
God.
Of God.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I
That's the
blame
best
the baby
introduction.
brain. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Amen.
Pokea
Yes.
pesa.
Okay, Pesa, yeah, your introduction.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Simply speaking, I'm MaqC. Born Eric Gitao and then adopted MaqC along the way as an adolescent, and consequently I've remained an adolescent worker.
That's true.
I work with adolescents. That's my passion. I program, basically I design interventions that are innovative for them for the second decade of life. That's where my heart really thrives in. Policy work around adolescents, programming work around adolescents. So in the country and in the region, I think what are the development solutions, what are the mental health solutions, the sexual and reproductive health solutions, the faith solutions for adolescents. So that's, I spend my day and my time doing that with other young people, with government counterparts, with the UN counterparts, with philanthropists, with foundations, with whoever else has an interest, with the faith sector, with that's really what I spend my time doing. With creatives, with the media, I'll just be thinking about the second decade of life. So
And from that's like from how old? From
10 to 19.
10 to 19.
10 to 19. And
Okay.
and so the plan that we have is I will resign when my firstborn gets to 9.
Really?
Yes.
When
and-
Ty gets
yes.
Ty gets to 9.
And so she'll be the breadwinner. And my
Now you
full-time
focus.
job, my
Will you
full-time
put-
job will
eh.
be Thai as I wait for Minji Minji to also
That's
become.
amazing.
And then so they'll be when they're 10 to 19, that's what I'll do, because now I can't just be doing it for
Other
others
people,
there.
and also I guess it's a good way to test if the policy if it
Yes,
actually works.
If
with
I can
your
do
own
it for
children.
the rest, I need to be doing it. Maybe I'll just
That's a
be doing
good plan.
consultancies
I like
out
that
there.
plan.
But my
Focus
life
on
is
them.
really
Yeah.
to do 10 to 19, even for 10 to 19 at
And you know
home.
that's an option I wish that everybody could take, but we could actually if we
Yeah.
could make it work, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's very important.
Yeah.
Between when I see now Althea just the world is before her and she's off without even looking behind. Prepare.
Yeah.
Minji's going to tell you, see ya, bye.
Yeah.
You know, and because we have such a short time to input
Yeah.
into their lives that we really must take it seriously.
True.
So I'm glad even that there's a plan for that. You know.
So just another 5 years of hard work.
Yes,
and then
God.
Waithera becomes the breadwinner.
Yeah.
God will provide.
full-time
in Jesus'
breadwinner.
name. Full-time breadwinner.
Yeah, now we are co-sharing that role, but
Yeah.
in another 5 years, Mimi, I step back and
But you know, raising children is we actually should take it as a full-time job.
Yeah.
It actually saddens me, and I don't want to go into that even, how we don't want to take that time out to look after our children.
Yeah.
I think even we should be saving, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
before we have children, or even between. I'm thinking about now, because you see the whole idea about inspiring is we're supposed to learn from my mistakes so you don't make them. So I mean, if I was going to a family now, I would save money even before and really save it so that I can take that with the thought that between 10 and 19 or 10 and 18, I'm not going to be working like a crazy person.
Yeah.
I need to invest
Yeah.
into my children, because you see, you're stewards. That's
the
what we
truth.
are.
That's the truth.
You have to input everything that you can.
If we were to do it again, before we got here, before we got the children, would have done that. You know, would have invested heavy so that at least one of us could be fully doing the 0 to 9.
And you know, it's actually doable.
Yeah.
It's actually even, I heard once, I was like, that's a bit late, but I heard once how even like couples can come together and say, we're not going to use one salary.
Yeah.
We're only going to live on one salary. One salary is going to be saved.
Yeah.
First of all, it helps people to retire earlier.
Yeah.
I remember, I think at the Norfolk, I don't know, and there was some like under 30-year-old young males, I think Caucasians, who are billionaires, walking around in flip-flops and shorts and without a care in the world. And I was like, yeah, you know, but you know, people say, oh, that's impossible. It is possible. You know, if you make a plan for it, it can actually happen. So if you could even live on one income and save one income, it means that you get to retire earlier and you get to do the things that you want to do earlier. And it's an investment. Let me tell you, if we don't invest in our children, and we are forever out there doing other people's work, it's not right. Like even when I was coming from, I've just come back from settling out here. Remember, I was away from the US. But when I was leaving, I was like, you know, I was like, I should have stayed for 3 months or even 4 months. Why is it that this has to be a rush job and come back? It's her whole life. First of all, she's in Los Angeles. Thank God there are angels in the word. Hallelujah. Angels somewhere. Then I found out Azusa Street was there. But this is real life. And if anything happened, would I forgive myself? Would I tell myself it was good that I was coming back here? No, I mean, I know I have a ministry here, but I feel my first ministry is to her.
The child.
That is my first ministry. So much to her shock and horror, of course, because also she's like trying to be independent. We're very strong. So, you know, I'm almost like buy a house and move in. Yeah, I'm here.
And
I'm around.
And our hope is that we can do that with our children when they are.
I need to understand where that concept of chasing children came from.
I don't know.
Because even the African society, traditional society, you had your ligira, you know, your SQ outside that your
but it was still in the compound.
Yes. When you look at our Asian brothers and sisters, Parkland,
all lived
top floor to ground floor.
Imagine.
You know, Shosho lives Uko. We'll do meals together. We'll, like you're saying, take your kids if they need to go abroad, be with them for that time, come back, invest in a family business. We are together. When you get married, she comes and learns what our family values are. So even divorce rate and what, even if it would happen, it's on a very low scale. Back in the ranch in the African society is off at 18, not even 18. When you go to high school, at 14 years, you're boarding. You go to campus, your body.
One of the things my wife says a lot, which our son hears and almost wants to run away, but he's started to learn how to accommodate, is that he's not moving out anytime soon. He's you can maybe say it how you usually say it.
Just that's the concept for we live here. Sunday dinners are ours. Why would you go think about another nanny somewhere, invest in other people, to invest in your kids? We are here.
This is
and when we think generationally, that's what it means.
And also, you know what I keep thinking? And like now, if I have like maybe 40 or 50 years to live more. Let's say I live to be 100. I've already done half. What is this that, you see, as we get older, I'm wondering, what is this pursuit?
What more?
It doesn't, the only thing that makes sense is I guess, for me right now is God and ministry, but also out there. Out there is everything. And investing, and she's my child, investing in your children is everything. You need to put a plan to it, put direction to it, put vision behind it. That's what you have. And you see, I'm always thinking, even when we come before God, He's not going to be asking about where you worked, and how much money you had, and how much you negotiated, and how many holidays. No. I gave you children.
What did you do with them?
What did you do with these kids? We must invest. It's like we have a warped sense now of investment. Our investment is our children.
The debt that we start life with is the debt with the next generation already. So that's the biggest thing that we already owe. So we must really begin knowing that that's what we owe. That's the investment that we must ensure that it has the best of returns, our children.
And then you see, I'm just thinking, it will also now ensure that even as a nation, because when you look at the nation and even the things that are going on, why are they going on? Because I don't think there's been absent, parents are absent, fathers are absent, that family value is absent. So we have people who are all thinking about themselves only, very selfish, They also hurt a lot
Yeah.
because they don't understand many things. Because you see, in all that concept, even if you're all together as a family, there'll be a lot of good modeling, a good of role modeling, a lot of interaction, a lot of values about how we say things. So you just develop stronger people and stronger individuals. You know, you just do. And I don't know now. You say, I don't know we ever get it, but we're flowing.
So help
So like,
us God.
yeah, so help us God. You know, we have to go into
But
our main problem.
Allow me to
Yes.
interject and just
Yes.
say it's very easy, humanly speaking, to open doors for other people's children.
Children.
Yeah, but yours, you live here. Then one day when you're 50, 60, trying to make the call for, hey guys, coming for my birthday. No, we are
Yeah.
we are busy.
We're busy.
Yeah.
Because
So-
you know that's another thing that's been modeled.
Yeah.
Another thing that I was I think because I like to watch and observe, and I watched and observed something that made me very sad, even in the US, and that I was mentoring some young girls on Saturday from Rihanna school, and I told them that. I told the parents that also don't be, you know, when all this rigmarole of kids go to school, take them to boarding school, they do well because we love them, but you know it's like we're there, not there. Then now the kids at high school, after high school, they want to run away from you. So you find people in America who've been there for 30 years. What? Some at least even they interact with home they meet. Others, let me tell you, last scene. I would ask, well, so when's the last time you were home? 5 years, 10 years. Where's your mom? Where's your dad? I mean, because excuse me, somebody's supposed to be taking care of me. You cannot just be gallivanting off. It's like also some of them it's like they were running away.
Yes.
Like so when they went like for university, they probably didn't come back, or they're not very connected even to this continent. Yeah. It was a way to almost escape, you know. So I was telling parents, now you've got to start thinking, please don't antagonize your children. And the Bible says it, don't exasperate your children till they just want to take off. Like when they want to go, it's a one-way ticket. Like you, if you ever see me again,
It's as your funeral.
Yeah,
You know,
it's at your funeral.
Yeah.
Or even I found it more sad. Even some of the parents are really sick. But their kids are off doing their own thing, which there has to be a balance because you need your life. But I just kept feeling, you know, it's actually possible to live on both continents. This running away thing has got to stop. So we have to stop antagonizing our children, and also our children need not to stop feeling like they have to go completely. Because you know, I was saying, as parents, we looked after you. There's a place where you have to look after us.
Yeah.
Practically speaking, and maybe also just sharing from examples I've seen with our children at home, maybe the older one, he's now older, he has a younger sibling. I see how when the story will come, so when they returned home, and I started realizing how Waithera instills discipline on the crown prince. It was very interesting. It was very good. Those ones of first of all, it will not be like obvious in public. She has to protect the young man. First of all, it's a boy, so there is an ego. So it's not going to be first of all in public. So it's, hey, you're misbehaving. So but let's go to the chambers. The chambers is a place where we're going to have a conversation. So he hears there's going to be a conversation. He knows I've messed up. So but what to the outside public, a conversation, you know, that's something, it's a code word for them. So that's fine. It's not a shameful thing when a mother and a son are having a conversation. So they go have a conversation. You know how that will end up happening? They go outside, they have a conversation. He's probably whooped, or a hard conversation is had, but by the time they're coming back, they have hugged, they have kissed, they have made up. He's beaten, he's cried, he's self-silly, but they made up, and he returns knowing that he's loved, he's appreciated, and the mistake has left. You know, it's not. And of course we have reinforced that with my input, and I've continued doing as much of that as possible in a way to not push him off when he. One of the things we've reinforced is to let him know that in this house, when you're wrong, we celebrate mistakes. We celebrate mistakes. Come, let us know when you're wrong. Yes, say you are wrong. We also like to say, yeah, today next, you know, in front of him, so that he knows, yes, it's fine to say I'm wrong, I'm sorry, today I did not do it right, so that so that you understand that the house is the first place, or the home is the first place you should always come back to when you have done the worst
something
of
wrong.
mistakes.
That's amazing.
You know, because those are the things that push someone away, and then you start looking for everywhere else to go when you have done wrong.
That is the thing. And then I found another lot of people, of Kenyans, who their parents think they're in school, but they're not in school.
Yeah.
And they're doing all sorts of things. But my question was, why can't you tell your parents?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Because
they can't
because
they will go crazy, or they'll overreact,
Yeah.
or but I was now, that's a lesson, because me, I now use my lessons. Sometimes I say I'm hard on out here, because when I see life, I come back and I say, okay, let's have a conversation, please. It doesn't matter what happens. You have to be able to talk to me.
Exactly.
I may go crazy. You just, Mom, it's okay.
I remember.
Just know me. But imagine out there, nobody can love you more than I can, and nobody will want a solution for you. We'll have to work it out together.
Exactly.
Plus her dad, we'll have to work it out. But you cannot go. Imagine they're living a secret lifestyle simply because of fear of parents. That's very.
That's. I remember just recently, Crown Prince coming say, "I've lost my scarf." First thing I meet him, like, he can't see his scarf, and
which is good.
Before he used to, I mean, not. We've never quite seen that, but there's a time that would have been a fear, but it's not a fear.
Which
like
is good.
He knows that if I lose something, I say it very quick. Like we will have it sorted, because. So you hide, and then
and then
So people business are even better who are working. Some are sleeping on the streets. I mean, yes, life is very dire. Yes, and you have a home, but the fear of coming to say the truth, or I don't know what it is, won't make you true. But I think if you're out there and you're doing something like that, just face your fears. Go find, that's the goodness with those. Come back home, find an uncle, an auntie, or somebody you can tell the story to tell the other person. But I think for us, what it's showing me is also now, you as parents and younger parents, please don't exasperate your children. Don't make them know that home is the place where they can come. And they can come to you because you love them, because you're there. Who can love them more than you? No one. So they have to be. Nobody has their best interest at heart. Maybe other people have an agenda. So I think that's something that we have to do, and make it an open space. And then also, I think also being able to be honest. Because even in the nation, we have a very serious problem about being dishonest. And also, I always say, like, sometimes you have conversations in front of your children. So they know who you are. They actually know you're a two-faced person, because the conversation we had behind closed doors and the face that you present to the world is a very different face. Now that's why I thank God for being an open book. Because why should that happen? So be who you are. Don't teach them also to be two-faced. What you see is what you get. It's very, 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 very important.
I remember I read something this morning. It was a joke. So someone was saying, you need to move out. This guy, you're living in your parents' house. It's time you moved out. So someone responded to the tweet and said, "Hey, Oga, don't disturb me. Jesus is 2,000 years old and he still lives in his father's house."
Amen.
So that gave me comfort.
It's true.
A lot of comfort.
Yeah,
So,
but
So
we need to interrogate why we do those things, because we need to stop doing them. We used to live in community, and we've got to go. There's something about going back to living in community. We have to be able to live in community and live with one another. And that's
I get annoyed when I hear the older generation saying watoto wa siku hizi. I'm like, who is siku hizi? Ni watoto wako. Take charge of your children. I had Mr. Mukolo, he's a parenting, a great
Dr.
parenting. Stanley Mukolo saying, your parenting should be so solid that, God forbid, if your lifestyle changes and you ended up living up like in a slum or something, you will not fear that your kids will change because you have done your work.
And that's where I like
put them,
they will flourish. And that's why I always say, I like, okay, it's me, and then unfortunately there's only one family I have. My family, I've exposed all their stories, whether they want or don't want. But I always say, like, for me and my brother Katia, you can put us anywhere. Take us to Madara inside the slum. Let me tell you, we shall live, thrive, and we'll be fine.
And start a business.
We'll be okay. We'll just flow. Wherever you take us, we'll go. And that's another thing that I always did with out there. And also, why learning from people? Because I remember one child who had been taken, I think both her parents died, because sometimes we don't think about these things. Then she had been taken from relative to about 15 relatives. So I used to double now, chapa mind, because please, out there, you must be able to live with anyone, anywhere. If you find them, they're taking water from the river,
even you.
please, just flow. But I want my child to be able to live anywhere, live in, and I guess the Bible also says it.
Abundant.
Yeah, whether if you have a lot, you live well. If you don't have, you live well. You know, just learn how to live. And wherever you are with people, no matter what they are doing, you must live, survive, thrive, and flourish, you know? And that's something we should do with our children. Because this child that was being taken, now the parents are actually gone, and now being taken, I think it's almost 15 relatives. The last place I found out, I don't know why we started that, I'm telling you, I cried tears. I cried when I found out, when I remembered her parents, how they lived in Lavington, how they had beautiful cars. When I saw where the child is, I said, my God, we are doing a greater injustice to our children than we think that we're doing. Because if her mom woke up and found her, she would just collapse in a heap. Because you wonder this, but now what you do, you spoil the child, you know? And I guess, I don't know whether sometimes we say some things in the Bible we don't know, but I guess we can't spare the rod and spoil the child. You know, and the only person who's responsible for that is parents, because you didn't teach them. They're there for us. They're like a sponge. They're supposed to soak things, and I guess that's why we used to be taken to sharks. You know, we used to be taken to sharks so that you know there's another life out here, and you must begin to live that life. You know, you must know that the life the way you know it, even if you've succeeded, that's not the way life is, and it's very, very important. You must have children that are well-rounded, human beings.
Yes.
Amen?
Yes.
So I like that plan with Ty, and I like that plan. And it's not really retirement, it's now investing in them, which is very, very important. I've been threatening to move into, to find a house in Althea's neighborhood. She's like, Mom, please go back to Kenya. But leave me alone. I'm like, no, why can't I live here? Who said you have to live? How to leave children across continents, across the rest of the world? You come here and we see how we can do life together and you're still not an adult, you know? That kind of thing. So, by the way, that's an amazing conversation.